Are you so busy running your business every day that you have no time left to bother making your Instagram account or posts look good? Maybe you look at others in your industry with fabulous accounts and you wonder, what filter are they using to get that look? I can relate. This is just like me, a North American, walking into a store in Barcelona in my sweats, a major faux pas here, and being humbled and inspired by all the fashion and style around me. It kind of makes me want to put a bit more effort into the way I dress, and looking back, I think my style has evolved since being here. If you're feeling the same way about your Instagram account, today I'm going to show you how you can quickly and easily make your Instagram look good, makeover style. So the first thing we're going to do is apply foundation, because people do business with people, and when it comes to your Instagram account, what's the face of it? Your profile picture. Your profile picture needs to make a great first impression, and it needs to look like you, especially if you're a coach or a service provider or the face of your brand. So I recommend a headshot, cropped shoulders up, and I also recommend adding your brand color behind you as the background. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Here I am inside my Canva account. So first thing you can do is go to create design and then just choose Instagram post, which is a square shape. Now you can see the background color is white, so you can start by adding your brand color here. Just select it, go to the color option, and if you've got your colors already loaded in, which you can do with a pro account, you can choose any one of them, or just go to this color option, this color wheel, and type in your brand color's hex code. So I'm going to choose this yellow. Now I need my image, so I can either go to my uploads and add an image, or I actually have a brand folder where I have all my brand images loaded in. Let's say I want to use this one as my headshot. Well, I need to remove that gray background. So I'm going to go to edit photo, and I'm going to go to background remover, and look at that, so fast, the gray is gone. Now the last step, all I have to do is grab the corner and maximize my image. I want to make sure that my head is the main object of this photo. This is important because people are going to see this profile picture as they're scrolling Instagram. I just laid it on top of my background color, and now it's ready to be exported. So I'm going to go to share, and now my new profile picture is downloading as we speak. After your foundation or your profile image, we are going to add blush. So I'm going to take you over to your Instagram stories, and I'm going to show you how you can make these very pretty and on brand without taking a ton of time. Here I am on my Instagram profile, and let's say I want to share one of my Instagram reels to my stories. So I'm going to tap into one of these, then I'm going to hit the paper airplane icon and then tap add to story. So this is the default color that I get as a background. This isn't one of my brand colors. So what I want you to do is go to your camera roll and make sure that you have your brand colors saved on your camera roll. So this is from the designer when they created my brand, and this is from Canva where we've loaded this in as well. You can also heart them or favorite them so that they're easily accessible in your album. So then when you're back in your Instagram story, just tap on the stickers icon at the top and then scroll down to the photo option. And now I'm going to pull in my image that has my brand colors. So I'm not going to leave it there. Next thing, I'm going to go to the three dots and tap draw, and then I'm going to choose the eyedropper tool. If I remove my finger around, I can actually get to one of my on-brand colors. So let's say I want to do this yellow. Now all I have to do is hold my finger down somewhere where there's the brown or the taupe background, and it's all going to turn yellow. That's my brand color. Then I'm going to hit done, and then with my color icon or my color image, I'm just going to drag it down to the trash can. I can do the exact same thing with text. I can go to the text icon and I can say check this out. Hit the background option, and if I don't want that black background as an option, I can bring back my brand colors by going to the sticker icon, pulling it from my camera roll, tap onto the text, tap onto the color, tap onto the eyedropper tool, choose the brand color that you want. I'm going for my purple. Drag that to the trash bin, and now you've got two on-brand colors in your stories. Another cool thing you can do with your stories is actually crop yourself out of a photo and add it to your stories. So I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to swipe over into my stories. I am going to swipe up and choose any image, right? And then I'm going to go to the sticker icon. I'm going to go to the camera roll icon. I'm going to pull in my brand images, choose my brand colors once again, and then go to the three dots, go to draw, go to the eyedropper tool, and then drag my finger over to the purple. And then before I hit done, I'm going to hold my finger down anywhere on the image, and it's going to cover up the image. Then you can go ahead and hit done. And now I've got my brand purple as my background. Next step is I want to pull an image from my camera roll. So let's say there's this one here, and I want to crop myself out of this image. So this is a really cool iPhone trick. All I'm going to do is hold my finger down on me, and then as it does that, I'm going to quickly swipe up my finger. So I'll do that again. I held my finger down on me, the subject in the photo, and then I see how it kind of popped for a second. So I'm going to swipe up my finger, and what it's done is cropped me out of the entire photo. So hit copy, then go back to your stories and hit the AA so that you get that blue cursor, tap it, hit paste, and there you go. You've just cropped yourself out of one of your iPhone images and pasted it in your stories, and you have an on-brand colored background. So now all I have to do is go to my text and say whatever I'm gonna say, right? So this is all completely on brand. So very cool, right? After you've applied your brush or making your stories on brand, the next easiest thing you can do is your eyeshadow, AKA your highlights. Let me show you how you can make your highlights on your profile on brand. So highlights, if you have them, are these little bubbles that sit right above your main feed. And these are really powerful because they are stories that were posted long ago, and yet they live on your profile long after the stories expired. So I typically leave them as a little preview of what's inside, but some people like to make these cover images really on brand. So what you're going to do, and if you tap into any one of these stories, hit the 3 dots in the bottom right, and you're gonna see an edit highlight option. And then when you tap into edit cover, you can choose anything from your highlights to make as your cover. There's also an option to upload an image. So the very first option allows you to upload from your library. I'm gonna show you how you can make an on-brand image all in your stories. So remember my last tip where I went into my stories, I pulled up an image from my camera roll, and then I brought in my brand colors. I went to draw, I chose the purple, I held my finger down, I hit done, and I deleted this. And now it's as simple as going to the text feature and writing out the name of my highlights. And I can go ahead and choose any font that I want, anything that works with my brand. And let's say I also want to do an emoji. So there we go. I'm kind of centering the two of them, and you can use these blue markers. And I'm not going to post it to my stories. All I'm going to do is go to the 3 dots in the upper right and hit save. So I love using Instagram stories as a place to create, but not necessarily post. And I'm going to go back to my highlights. Let me go back to this pregnancy highlight. Tap the 3 dots in the bottom right, choose edit highlight, edit cover, and then hit the photo icon. And there we go. The first image in my library could become my next highlight cover. So we can see my text that says pregnancy is way too small. So I'd probably redo this to either just be the emoji and then let the title of the highlight speak for itself, or I would choose a way shorter word and make it way bigger. So learn from my tutorial right then and there, but go ahead and experiment, and you can make highlight covers so easily in Instagram stories. It's not even funny. After the eyeshadow or updating our highlights, we are going to curl our lashes and apply a little mascara. In this case, there's a primer and a mascara. I'm going to take you over to your Instagram Reels, and I'm going to show you how you can make on-brand reel covers, again, without needing to leave the Instagram app. So looking at my profile, you can see that I have a bit of a checkerboard pattern where there is text, and sometimes the text has a white background and sometimes the text is just over an image. All of the covers where you see a white background, these are things that I've made quickly and easily inside of my Instagram stories. Maybe you're picking up on that pattern again. So if I go over to my Reels and let's say I have a draft that I want to share, you can see that some of these drafts don't have text and they're not that engaging. So before I post these Reels and I swipe into my stories, there I am again. I swipe up and I choose any image from my camera roll and I give it a white background. So by now you should know how to do this. Go to the 3 dots, hit draw, and then just make sure that white is selected as the default color. You can see that the eyedropper is white. So you're gonna go ahead and hold your finger down And now we have a white background to work with. So I've chosen white for my cover images, but you can definitely use one of your brand colors using the trick that I've shown you a few times now. So now that I have a white background, I'm gonna go to the text option and I'm gonna write a hook or a headline for my reel so that people know at a glance what's underneath that cover. So 3, and I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna make the text black so that it's easy to read. 3 ways to monetize. And I'm gonna choose a different font. I like this big font for really emphasizing what I wanna emphasize. And again, because I have a white background, I'm gonna make the text black just for now. So 3 ways to monetize, you guessed it, TikTok, not Instagram. Gotcha. Okay, so let's just make sure I'm using a font. I can use the same font as before actually, and then go to my black text. All right, so you can see I'm obviously emphasizing the word monetize, but this is a little bland. There's no brand colors. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the sticker option. I'm going to go to my camera roll option, and I'm gonna bring in my brand colors. And now I'm going to tap into any one of the text boxes that I just created. So let's go for monetize and hit the eyedropper tool. And now I can drag my finger to any one of my brand colors. Now I want this one to pop. So I'm gonna go for that bright yellow. And then I'm gonna hit the A with the sparkle. Okay, so this has really made this word pop. And then I'll go to 3 ways. I'll hit my eyedropper. Maybe I'll make this the green. Done. And then I'll hit TikTok and maybe I'll make this the dark green. That is a dark green. And then if I'm happy with all those colors, I'm going to drag this image down to the bottom where the trash can is. And sometimes after this, I like to add emojis. So I just go back to my AA and I type in a keyword like phone and see how the emojis pop up for me. So much faster than having to search for them. So 3 ways to monetize TikTok. There's my money one. And that's my cover image. So again, I'm not gonna post it. I'm gonna go to the 3 dots in the upper right, and I'm gonna hit save. Notice that 2 buttons here I'm using a lot, draw and save. They are your friends. So hit save, and then if you're happy with it, exit out, and then go back to your Reels draft, and I'm gonna tap on this one. Then I'm gonna hit edit cover, and I'm gonna choose add from camera roll. There is my reel cover. I can preview it in the grid. That's how it's gonna look. Then you can move it up or down to make sure that the text is centered. Highly recommend doing that. Then hit done. And now this is how your reel is gonna look in the feed. So pretty snazzy. I didn't even have to leave the Instagram app. Next in our makeover process is the lipstick. Have you ever applied lipstick using your phone's camera? Not so easy. So what's the lipstick of your profile? Well, I'm gonna take you over to your bio. I'm gonna show you how you can make your bio on brand and so that it actually converts followers into customers. Your bio is so important, especially now that you've made the rest of your profile look good. You wanna make sure that the words in your bio attract people. So before we get to the words, I just want to talk about the colors and the emojis in my bio. What? Is that important? Yeah, it kind of is, because the emojis are an opportunity for you to, again, leave your mark with your brand colors. Right now in my bio, you can see I have a lot of red and green. Red is one of my brand colors, but I also love using red because it really grabs attention. Now, to change this, all you have to do is go to edit profile, and then you tap on this bio area, and this is where you can change the emojis and the text. What do I mean by on-brand emojis? Well, again, look at your brand colors and find emojis represent your brand colors or very similar to your brand colors. So if I were to look for a purple, I would maybe choose this emoji, and then I have that neon yellow, so I would maybe choose the light bulb, and then I have some dark greens. Let's see, a dark green. I think I would probably choose the evergreen tree. Okay, so aside from all the text, you you can see that I'm starting to curate emojis that A, represent my brand through my brand colors, but there's a double meaning behind it. You know, with the evergreen tree, maybe it's because I talk about evergreen funnels all the time. With the light bulb, maybe it's because I'm a coach who will help you get started with your business and give you good ideas for it. With the fortune teller magic crystal ball, maybe it's because I can read your future. So you want to think about emojis that represent your brand and your business and what you offer, but also ideally match your brand colors as well. Now, what exactly do you say in your bio, and how do you choose the words that convert followers into customers? This topic is so important that I've made a whole other video on it. Be sure to check it out right now.